Buddy, 15151515. Okay. Stocks go up, stocks were down. Trade your account. Go slow. I'll talk. Scott Smith. Okay, Mr. Scott wants to talk. Let me go find you. There you go. Unmute you.
Hey, good morning, Sam. Hey, buddy. Hope you're doing well.
How are you?
Good, good. I've got a question about just a general tactical question, and that is, do you have advice on scaling into a trade versus scaling out of a trade?
So, there's no simple answers to this stuff because it all depends on where you are for the day, for the year, for the month, and what your goals are, right? I mean, if you're a small account at 10 grand, the answer is different than an account at 100 grand, right? If you're just a guy that say, hey, I'm trying to make 10, 20, 30% a year, then yes, you should always be scaling in and out, right? Because you're not trying to make big money. So when you have something like the SPX puts at 6 that we had, and let's say you had 10 of them, right?
Yeah.
So when it gets to 9, you probably scale out of 3. Then when it gets to 12, you scale out of another 3. And then when it gets down to 15 or 16, either you let them hold and go for the hit, or you scale out again, right?
Yeah.
If you're a guy that's trying to build your account very slowly, then when it goes 6 to 9, you're out. You're out because you're happy and you're waiting for the next one.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But scaling in, I don't necessarily agree in the whole scaling stuff because here's my thoughts on scaling. Is if you have Tesla and it rips up 20 points and you say, I'm going to sell half of them, are you selling yourself? I'm selling half of them because, I really think it's going to go down, right, in your mind. Either you believe it's going to go up or you're going to believe it's go down. But, I don't necessarily believe in it, but I do believe that it's a very good tool and a very good thing people should do based on their account, right? For me, I don't necessarily do it. If I believe something is going to go up like Tesla, okay, so we make 110 grand on Tesla and you put 20 back. So worst case, I'm going to be up 90K on Tesla and I'm happy. Now you could have scaled in or out and still been up the 80 or 90 by your scaling, and that's okay too. So that works also. Okay?
Yes, super helpful. Thank you.
Okay. Yannick.
Yep.
Yannick, unmute you. How are you?
Pretty good. Yeah, so I had a question about ASML. I wasn't able to cover my position for ASML. And I was wondering, it seems like that fire, it was only a small portion of the facility. So I'm wondering why people are panicking so much right now.
Because it doesn't matter. If let's say they're supposed to make $1 billion. They're supposed to guide up for $1 billion. I'm just going to make up a number. Even if you have, so let's say it a different way. Let's say you have 10 dealerships, right? 10 dealerships, and one dealership has a fire. And go down, right? So even if it's a small portion, if 200 square feet, I understand. But even if it's a small portion and they have to take out another, while they're fixing it and putting all those machines again and redoing electrical, if they're going to be down for a month around there, another 3x square footage, it takes their numbers down, right? So that's the thing. And here's the thing that they haven't said. So, I talk about Oracle, Adobe and the CEO. They came out and they said it only affects this, but they didn't guide up. Why didn't they say the fire is inconsequential to our numbers coming out or next quarter? Do you see what I'm saying? They didn't say that. They should have said that. Let me tell you, So if somebody wants to hire me for, I don't know, $1 million and get 4 phone calls to me when they need advice of these companies, I can tell them exactly what's going to move their stock and not move their stock. The stock was at 810 and it was about to go. And then the fire happened and it dropped 15 points and they didn't make a comment. They should have come out right away and said, this is inconsequential. Because the market is the market and it does stuff, right? It does stuff. So that's why. And we see, we're probably going to roll down before it. But then here's the other thing. Every one of these have guided up. Every one of them has done great. And do you remember Avago? We were playing Avago into earnings, and then it started dropping, and it dropped for almost a week before earnings. And then it ripped earnings, right? So very possible. The problem becomes is it's too far away, right? And then we see. Okay? Thank you, buddy. Okay, let's get started here. SPX doing nothing. It's down 4. It can't seem to get through this 4,800. Okay. Does the minutes do that? I don't think so. Okay. Does the minutes destroy the stuff? I don't think so. But here's your tell. Today your tell is shop again. If shop, it's going to open up. If it hits 1,200 and breaks, it's going to be down 50 instantaneously. And if it's down 50, every single time shop has dropped, all the techs have come with it. Okay, so know that. And then the other tell today is Tesla. If Tesla's at 1,200 and can't go up, if you can't buy the one that's great with great news, why are you going to buy anything? Except for Goldman Sachs, the golden child. He's moving. Okay, that's what we know. Watch Twitter. I may go buy these 47.85 puts pre-market here in a few minutes. Okay. That's what we know. NVIDIA, it needs 300. 303 accelerated. Yeah, I'm going to give you another clue on premium pricing. There's so much that I look at you guys can't even understand. Okay, go look at the NVIDIA 2 weeks out and 3 weeks out. Okay, 2 weeks out and 3 weeks out. 3 weeks out, the 310s are only $5. $5. That means in 3 weeks, he doesn't even think this can get to 315. Jesus. 6 weeks ago, 50 points out were $15. We're $15 for 3 weeks out. And now he doesn't even think it can move. It's telling you something. Doesn't mean it doesn't pop. It just means he doesn't believe it. Okay? So keep an eye on it. Okay? ASML needs 800. Land Research, 726. Avago looks very, very strong, 672, 691. Amazon, Cliff. If 3,300 breaks, 3,330 is a big number, but 3,300 breaks, it's going to drop like you can't imagine. Goldman Sachs, 416. Snowman, 321. Shop, 1,200, 1152 down. Needs 1351 to be really better. Roku, 209, 200, needs 242. Watch 200. Going to look at these 200s at the open. Because let me tell you, if this thing drops, these things close at 65 cents. They're going to open at $1. If Roku dives, this thing has 181 written all over it, 1 to 21. NOW, 582, needs 652 to be better. Baidu, right back down. Why is anybody buying China stocks? They're shit. UPST, 131, 120, needs 152 to be better. BNTX, a little bit better. Let's see what happens. 221, 209, 252 up. Moderna, 262 up. 229, 221. Google, 29.32 up. 28.41 down. Tesla, 1162 up, 1100 down. Think about what happens if Tesla closes negative for the week. Nobody's saying it's going to. Just see. Okay, news, Tesla raised to 1,300 in Missouri, and it's down. Jobs report just came out. I don't know what that has to be the ADP jobs report. I don't know what happened with that. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll talk about it in chat. There it is. Added 800,000 jobs. Oh, wow. That means rate hike instantaneously, if that's true. If we beat by that much, I think they're expecting 400K jobs. If 400K jobs come out on Friday, if it cuts to 600K jobs, we are absolutely going to implode. That's what we know. That's what we know. Okay? The largest since May. But here's the thing. People aren't going back to work. Nobody's hiring this week. That's what we know. That's what we know. Everybody have a great trade day. See you in chat. Thank you, Letitia.